Okay, then we go to next. Price level. Okay, the price level range from 20,000. Discount. Let's see the here we have some list of prices. Okay, so we have it there. That's the okay. What we've just entered is over here. We have that. There are some that are 22,000. Then we have other types that are, depends on different types of printers. We have office jet, laser jet, black and white, and colors. So there are so many of them. You can enter them all inside later on. Just to save time, let's take only these ones. Okay. Quantity discount. Now the last one you bought before this time, last unit cost. What was the cost? Okay, let's say that it cost 18,500. Okay, philo, that is first in, first out. That is, when you buy your goods, you take stock of goods. You want to make sure that the last item is finished before you start selling the new ones. Okay, so we have first in, first out. Okay, that is the first goods that come into your warehouse must be the first good that you sell out. Okay, so that you sell all the what has been in the stock before you start selling the new ones. Okay, now like I said, some of these things do not apply to us here, but then let's just quickly go through them one by one. Here we have our general ledger account identity is this. Okay, so here, now let's see what is here. It says this represents the universal price code stock keeping unit of an item, which is encoded in the item's barcode. Well, okay, the barcode, well, that is, if you have an item you purchase, many times there are barcodes on almost every item that you purchase. Okay, now that talks about that. Now we are not dealing with that one here now, because in abroad, now those barcodes, they use it for the pricing. That is, they have to pass the barcode across a sensor. Then that sensor will not capture the barcode, which has the product's name and price. And of course, that barcode can be transferred into a program inside your system that will reduce the stock level also by 1 each time a stock that the stock is purchased from you. Okay. Then here, quantity on hand, quantity available. Okay, then minimum stock. Let's say minimum stock you have is, let's say you have 200 pieces. 200 pieces. Then reorder level, reorder quantity. That is, at what quantity do you want to have remain in your stock before you reorder another one. Now this one, let's say you have 20 pieces of printer. Now you are selling them one by one. It's reducing number to 10, then 9, to 8, to 7. Now when you get to maybe 5, they say, okay, well, I don't want the printer to finish and customer begin to look for printer and there'll be none. So when it is 5, or maybe when it is 10, now I place order to my mother companies. If it will take about a week or 2 for it to come in, then you have to place order when it is 5 remaining in your shop. Okay, or depending on the rate at which they buy the product, then you have to know how to go about that. So now let's say reorder level is 5. Okay, good. So now let's save these settings. Very good. Now we go out of this place. Good. So can you see that here? Printer 1, stock items, price level is this. This printer, laser jet, the one we have in stock, cost this. Okay, if you want to add another one, you can add for now, but then let's quickly go on and then see. quantity on hand, which we have just added. Okay, then we have beginning balance and okay. This identifies the inventory item currently selected in the item list. This is the item for which you want to enter or change the beginning balance. It is for display purposes and cannot be changed. Okay. So let's say if we select this one, for instance, it goes in the quantity. See, we have 200 pieces. Unit cost is what? Let's say 20,000. Okay. Then total cost will come there automatically when we click that. That's right. Okay. So that is it. So we go out from here. Yes, we want to save it. Very good. So we go to next. Now these are default settings. Default settings. Now the shipping procedure and then the receipts. Okay, now let's quickly see it. Now here, like I've showed that the barcode and the universal pricing, pricing of the items. Here we don't need it for now. Now part number, allow duplicate items or allow duplicate values in the part number field when the item preferred vendors are the same. Okay. Now we go to ordering. Now quantity available, include purchase order when calculating quantity available. Okay. Now if you click it, then purchase order will be made available when you are reordering. Include work ticket. Okay, now let's leave this one also for now. Then general ledger accounting. You see all that we have been entering. Okay. Now this accounts identities. If, well, in your office, your accounting structure, now if they're different, then you can just modify them accordingly. They can be modified. They are not static. Okay, very good. Then we have taxes and shipping. Regular. Okay, we put regular there. That is sales. That is from the distant end. If over there now, they pay tax on almost everything that you buy from their shops. Okay, those are the regular ones. Then now, if in your local area also, if there are taxes, then you have to note them also. Okay, here we see alternate vendors, substitution, special note. Okay, then we go to price levels. Now we are dealing with the first price level. Okay, now we have, if there are other price levels, see, when we're entering the inventory, now we saw the different price levels. We selected only one, so that's the one that is active for now. Okay, so we go to OK. Then we go next. Very good. Okay, inventory and services are completed. We go to the next item. Now your employees. Now if you plan to use PeachTree payroll, if you plan to use PeachTree for payroll, we offer two payroll solutions: in-house payroll and then the PeachTree payroll services. Now we are going to make use of the in-house payroll. However, if in your own office you use a different system, then you will have to skip, or if you are not sure, you see here, you are not sure, okay, or you don't plan to use a PeachTree for your payroll, then you indicate from here. But for now, let's go in-house. Okay, in this session you can set up your employees and sales representatives. Okay, a sales rep can be set up as an employee, a sales rep, or both. Okay, depending on how you handle this in your company. Okay, would you like to enter employees now? Yes, so we go next. Very good. Now we have first employee there already who is also a sales rep somewhere. Okay, now we go to add employees, add new employee of sales rep. The payroll setup wizard had not been completed. Okay, so we go one step. Well, okay. Well, okay. Well, since this one has to deal with this is the account ledger account for the payroll, wages, expense. Okay, then tax liability, federal payroll tax payable. Then here we have tax expense, payroll tax expense. Okay, now state in which you pay most of your employees. Well, okay, we can ignore this one for now. Then you will have to handle payroll the way your office does it. Okay, okay, so we go on to the next item, salary history. Let's see next. Enter salary. Okay, here gross salary, we didn't enter anything here. Employee ID, enter or select the date that corresponds to the beginning balance payroll period. Okay, so now let's pick a date from here. See, we are using 2007 because okay, this man, Mr. Tony, he is on 75,000 naira per month. Okay, that's his gross. We leave it like that for now. Next, we save it first. Payroll date is invalid. Okay, save it now. Okay, good. Next, now default, employee default. Now, okay, we still have to ignore this one, so we go to next. We finish with this one. Then we go to chart of accounts. Okay, now your chart of account is the list of all the categories, that's accounts that you can assign transactions to. Okay, these accounts are usually named to reflect the transactions that are assigned to them. For example, many businesses call the accounts they assign customer payment to as receivable accounts. That is, if an account is tied to a customer, that is, when anytime you receive a payment from a customer, you append it to that account. We call it receivables. Okay, accounts sometimes refer to the chart. Accountants sometimes refer to the chart of account as general ledger or GL. Okay, so this is an example. Okay, each account is identified by a number. Account numbers are typically organized into logical grouping like this one. Okay, they are sorted or listed by numbers. You see, that is 100 level first, followed by 200 level, 300 level, 400 level. Okay, that is asset, then liability, equity, revenue. Okay, so these are examples. So we go to next one so you can see better. Okay, so here they are. This is, you see, account description. This is the account that will be set up for our company now. This is XYZ Nigeria Limited. Okay, if accounts you need are not listed, you can add new accounts later on. You can also do this later if you wish. Okay, you can click on this add new account, then to be added for you. But for now, let's see. We have petty cash, which goes in here, cash on hand, regular checking account, payroll checking account, savings account, account receivables. Okay, there are so many of them. Now, if in the process there are some that you don't want, you can also delete them. Okay, so we go to next. Beginning balances. Well, like I said, the beginning balances, it's always good to have a beginning balances. Okay, for your accounts. Setting your period before 2009 or from 2009 to, that is monthly. These are through the various months. Okay, now here is asking to select a period to enter the beginning balance. Okay, now if you want to enter your beginning balance from, look at this one. This is 2010, 1st of January 2010 to 31st of January 2010. Okay, you can pick this one. So now let's say okay. Okay, very good. So all accounts start from, can you see, beginning balance as of January 31st 2010. Okay, so it is this one. Now if you want to put in some monies, you can put in, this is an asset, petty cash, let's say 30,000. Then cash on hand, 250,000. Then regular checking account. Okay, you can list them all inside later on, 500,000, and so on and so forth. Those are beginning accounts. Then you click OK. Okay, the trial balance might be 0. Okay, there is something called trial balance. You know, well, you are an accountant, so you should know better. Very good. So we go to next. Very good. The account default, general ledger default. Okay, there is nothing else we have to change here, so we click OK. Then we go next. Okay, this is completed now, so we go next. Security. Now user security allows you to set up usernames and password. We don't want to set password for now, so we say no, we don't want it. Okay, we go next. Next again. Okay, very good. Okay, so these are the various steps inside. So I will leave you now to go through this procedure first, and then we'll come back shortly. And then for now, see, this is the chart of account, the status of our business. Okay, you can view all the list, but then we'll come back shortly. So we'll see you in a short while. Thank you.